Hi, Ryan Manchee with Basis Technologies. I am very excited to be joined by Michelle Wong, CMO of Sprinkles Cupcakes. Michelle, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, Sprinkles makes me happy, and cupcakes are just a happy treat. So I just feel like it's got to be incredible to work for such a great brand that provides happiness to so many people, not just me, but so many people throughout the country.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I mean, it's a great business to work in when everyone's happy to have a cupcake. No one's mad when they're walking into a bakery. So it's always a great pleasure to serve our guests with yummy cakes and treats.
Yeah, yeah. What do you feel like makes the Sprinkles brand so unique and so special compared to other brands, other bakeries, other confectionaries that are out there? What makes it so unique?
Yeah, Sprinkles was born 17, almost 18 years ago. So to have that kind of longevity for such a niche product says a lot about the importance of brand. I think what makes Sprinkles unique is so many things. It's a truly premium product. We only use the best ingredients, and we have an incredible innovation team when it comes to flavors and new product development. And it's just a really great experience. I think the brand is also known for really rooting itself within popular culture. And we've been able to keep that fire burning because it's so much a part of life. We're so fortunate to be a part of celebrations and parties and gifting and all of these wonderful moments in people's lives. So there's a natural sort of emotional connection to us, which has really, I think, supported the longevity of the brand.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You talk about things like innovation, cupcake innovation. There's new flavors. There's the cupcake ATM, which is just, I think, a marvelous, what a time to be alive, the fact that a cupcake ATM exists. So thank you for that. What are other areas of innovation that you're thinking about? Is it uh, some of these new product launches that you're talking through?
Yeah,
Yeah,
innovation is really a part of our DNA.
yeah,
We were born out of this idea of providing something truly unique to consumers, something that wasn't existing out in the space. And everything from our design, you walk into our bakeries and they're clean lines, it's white tile, light woods, pops of color. Everything is just really thoughtful in terms of the overall experience, even down to the ordering system. So whether you're ordering online or you're ordering on a kiosk inside the bakery, the whole experience is meant to feel fresh and innovative. And that obviously carries down to the product. So, we really believe in providing flavors that are really creative and exciting and things that not everyone's doing. And I think a lot of that comes from the side of the fact that we're all really passionate food people. And so we just want to make really delicious things. And it's fun to kind of think through our growth through the lens of innovation.
I love that. And you talk about that experience when you go into any one of the stores. There's the level of consistency and just that sense of joy, knowing that you're about to get this treat. And how does that translate in the way that you all design your stores and really think through the customer experience? How does that apply to marketing in other channels, maybe from an advertising perspective? How do you carry that over?
Yeah, we're all about keeping things elegant and simple. And we all know simple is hard and it needs to be a seamless experience. And so whether you're experiencing us online through our social media or you're seeing us through digital advertising or through many of our partnerships that we build out, it's really about how do we create an emotional connection at the same time. Because when I talk about it being clean and beautiful in the bakeries, it's not austere. You definitely feel warmth and joy, and it's about the human connection. Our associates that run our bakeries are incredibly passionate people, and that really comes from the spirit of what Sprinkles is all about.
That's great. And I know there's loyalty programs, there's email programs, which is great as an organization. I feel like you all are ahead of the curve that many other organizations that are out there that are running around fearful of, hey, how are we going to be able to more smartly activate our media and connect with our customers? But you all have what I would imagine is a relatively solid list of loyalists, of customers, knowing who's coming in, who are those repeat visitors, who are those, just for special events, things like that. How are you able to leverage some of that data, some of the insights based upon the customers to be able to remarket to them, whether it's through advertising, whether it's through some of those loyalty programs?
Yeah.
How have you explored that?
Data for me is really about using that information to have a purpose. And so for us, really understanding our guest and what their needs are and what their wants are and how we can provide more to them to sort of make their lives better. We are able to understand if someone's coming into our bakery or ordering from our national shipping platform, if they love our LTO offerings, or if they're a hardcore red velvet person, how can we serve up content and offers or engagement that makes them love us even more. So for me, data is about providing value to your consumer so that it feels like there's true care in that relationship between brand and consumer.
That's great. How has that data and the growth of it and getting more smarter, getting more sophisticated with it, how has that better informed some of the opportunities to expand and to think about growing into new markets, whether it's within the U.S. or even potentially international?
Yes, what's fantastic is, Sprinkles is not as big of a brand as people often believe. We have 24 bakeries across the country, and we hear constantly from people that we want a Sprinkles in this city, we want a Sprinkles in Denver, we want all these things. And we absolutely want to be able to serve more of the community because, again, we really sort of feel like once we're in any particular market, we truly feel like we're part of the community. We know who the locals are, we're part of their celebrations, and to be able to do that on a larger scale is a real joy. So last year we launched domestic franchising. We just opened our first domestic franchise in Riverton, Utah, part of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Yeah. And we also are expanding internationally. So very soon we'll be making an announcement about where we're going around the world. So we're sort of thinking like cupcake world domination at this point.
I love it. What an ambitious goal, and a goal that I hope you all are very successful with.
Thank you.
That's exciting. Where have you seen new innovations within the advertising space, with that part of marketing, that get you really excited, that make you talk to your team, talk to the partners that you work with to want to invest a little bit more, to explore a little bit? What are some of those emerging channels or opportunities?
Yeah, it's so funny. Everyone's talking about Web3. Everyone's talking about sort of where is this next place that you can take a brand. And I think for us, we love experimenting. We love trying new spaces and new platforms. And again, going sort of even back to the data point, it has to be in service of our guests and the experience. So how are we enriching that experience around Sprinkles? So as long as we can sort of tackle that, and that's feels like it's core to whatever the execution is, we're game. So we're sort of dabbling in that space as well and thinking about our options.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's pretty exciting.
Anything on the artificial intelligence front? I feel like that's a big hot topic. Is there an AI component to the worldwide cookie domination?
Not yet. I think that all of our flavor ideas and product innovation is still coming from a real person, and I think a lot of that too is the care and the passion behind food and wanting to create something that is delicious and amazing and looks great and that you want to eat again and again and share and give to other people. Like all of those pieces, I believe, really come from a real passion and an emotional core as an individual, as part of this brand, this living, breathing brand. And so we'll still keep our hands on that stuff for now.
I love it. There's been a lot of debate amongst CMOs, marketing leadership, and even just C-suite as a whole, of prioritization around maybe more performance marketing versus brand marketing.
Yeah.
Talk about what your perspective is on that and maybe the importance of brand.
Yeah, I think that there has to be a balance. I think you'll probably hear that a lot from CMOs. When I first came onto Sprinkles a couple of years ago, we were very performance marketing driven, rightly so, right? We see the numbers. We have a really strong, healthy brand. And it felt like we could sort of keep those two going simultaneously. But in the end, we've really actually shifted our media model to have more of a balance between upper and lower funnel so that we can still support the brand values and the beliefs and our visual identity and all these things that make Sprinkles, while still running performance marketing campaigns, because at the end of the day, we have to grow the business. But those two go hand in hand. You can't grow the business and ignore the brand.
I love that. All right, one last question for you. If I was going to say a magic wand, but maybe we'll say a magic whisk. If I gave you a magic whisk, that you could change one thing within the marketing industry, within your world, a challenge that you're faced with, what would that one thing be that you would fix, Michelle?
I would, having talked with many CMOs, I'm very fortunate to be in a lovely community. I would wish that every CMO could follow their gut. I think that we have so many years of experience and intuitiveness in the business that pairs alongside numbers and experience and all these things. But I hear from a lot of colleagues that that's not always possible. And I hope that we all get to move that way. I certainly get to move that way. And there's something really freeing about that, because instinctually, I think we all know as humans how to connect with one another, and how that translates to your brand's business is easy to do.
I love that. Well, I think you're talking about gut and kind of focused on that. Makes me think my stomach and
time to eat a cupcake.
and my, again, thinking about a cupcake. So I know what my plans are for the rest of the day. But Michelle, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your perspective and sharing your insights with us.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.